My wife was disappearing. Every weekend, what I discovered changed everything. I never imagined my wife could live a double life. My name's Alex, I'm 32. We've been married for 6 years, and I thought we had nothing to hide from each other. But last week, everything changed in a single moment. She left her phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. Normally, she's obsessed with privacy. Password on every device, face recognition, everything. But that night, she was tired and forgot. My curiosity got the better of me. I glanced at her messages and froze. There was a secret chat app I'd never seen, hidden behind a fake calculator icon. I opened it and saw messages from a man named D. They weren't casual conversations. They were plans, meetings, late-night talks, photos exchanged in whispers. I felt like I was drowning in disbelief. How long had this been going on? How much had she hidden from me? I scrolled through messages with dates, locations, and plans to meet at hotels and parks. There were photos of them together, smiling, touching, moments she never showed me. The whole time, she was right there at home, acting like everything was normal. She had lied to my face. The woman I trusted most had built a secret world right under my nose. I sat there stunned, heart pounding so loud I thought she'd hear it when she came back. I didn't want to believe it was true, so I decided to watch her more closely. I installed a tracking app on her phone disguised as a system update, synced it to my device. Every message, call, and location she visited was now open to me. The truth hit harder than I expected. She told me she was working late nights at the office, but the GPS showed her at a cafe downtown, at a hotel near the city center, at a park where I'd never been with her. The messages confirmed it. Multiple secret meetings with D a week, sometimes twice a day. I even found voice messages I couldn't bring myself to listen to, but I saw the timestamps, and they were late at night. I felt anger mixed with heartbreak. How could she be so close and yet so far? I wanted answers, but I knew confronting her now would ruin everything without proof. So I kept tracking, screenshotting, recording, gathering the pieces of her double life. Every day brought new betrayals, a smile she hid, a lie she told, a secret she kept. I felt like I was losing my mind but gaining clarity. I started planning how I would expose her, how I'd take back everything she was trying to steal from me, my trust, my home, my family. This wasn't just about cheating anymore. It was about survival and revenge. And I was ready to fight. Every day, I watched her more closely. The more I dug, the more secrets I found. She wasn't just careless, she was an expert at hiding her tracks. But even experts make mistakes. I saw the pattern: late-night texts from D, quick meetups in places she told me nothing about, deleted messages that left tiny traces. Every time she tried to cover her tracks, I was one step behind, piecing it all together. One evening, she told me she'd be at a work event until late. The GPS said otherwise. She was at a small bar downtown, not far from where D lived. I checked her messages and found photos from that night, her laughing, holding hands, close enough to make my stomach turn. I was angry, but also calm. I had to be. I couldn't let emotions ruin the plan. I backed up every message, every photo, every location log. I made copies on secure drives I alone could access. I started preparing for the moment I would confront her. But this wasn't going to be a simple argument. No, I wanted more. I wanted her to understand the full consequences of what she did. Her mother was someone I never trusted. Always distant, always judging me. I decided she needed to know. I printed out screenshots, location data, conversations, the kind of evidence no one could deny. One weekend, when Elena went to visit her sister, I called her mother. I told her everything, from the secret chat app to the meetings, the lies, the betrayal. I could hear the shock and disappointment in her voice. It was like a dagger to Alena's safety net. Back at home, I waited for the fallout. Alena didn't suspect a thing, but the atmosphere changed. She started noticing coldness, silence, and subtle questions. I didn't give her answers yet. Meanwhile, I started talking to a lawyer. I wanted to know my rights, how to protect my assets, especially the house and the kids. I wasn't ready to lose everything just because she betrayed me. Every night I imagined the moment I'd lay all the evidence out in front of her, her mother, and everyone else. The moment she'd have nowhere to hide. But before that, I had one more step: catching D face to face. Using the tracking data and messages, I found out where he worked and lived. I started watching him too. I recorded his comings and goings, took photos when he met with Alana, even spoke to his neighbors to confirm his identity. I wasn't just a husband scorned anymore. I was a man on a mission. The anger inside me burned hotter every day. I was no longer the victim. I was preparing my final move. The day I'd been preparing for finally arrived. I invited Elena over to my parents' house. Neutral ground, quiet, and away from the distractions of home. I told her I had something important to discuss. She looked confused but agreed. I had all my evidence ready: screenshots, GPS logs, photos, and recordings. I also had a printed copy for her mother, who had come with me. The moment she walked in and saw us both waiting, the tension thickened. I started calmly, showing the messages, the lies, the late-night meetings with D. Elena's face went pale. She tried to explain, to deny, but the evidence was overwhelming. Her mother, usually cold and distant, stared at her with pure disappointment. Then I revealed the final piece: the photos I'd taken of D when he showed up at her apartment building. No more hiding. Alana broke down. The perfect life she'd pretended to live was shattered in front of everyone. But I didn't want just an apology. I wanted justice. For myself, for our kids, and for the trust she destroyed. I told her mother about everything, including the secret financial moves I'd discovered. Alana had been siphoning money from joint accounts to fund this double life. That pushed her mother further away. From that moment, everything changed. I filed for divorce and full custody of the kids. The house was in my name, and with the lawyer's help, I made sure she couldn't claim anything from it. But the real victory was the look on her face when her own mother turned her back. That silent rejection was worse than any words. Sometimes I wonder if she ever thought I'd find out. If she knew the hell she'd bring upon herself. But I wasn't naive anymore. I'm not a victim. I'm the one who took control. I gathered proof, planned carefully, and struck when the time was right. That's the only way to survive betrayal like this. In the end, I didn't just expose her double life, I destroyed it. What do you think about this story? Have you ever caught someone you trusted living a double life? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it intense. Subscribe to the channel for more true stories like this, and check out our other videos. There's plenty of drama waiting for you. Thanks for watching.